G'day everyone. This is the second pedal that I've been working on. I've made a couple of extras of these to sell. It's a buffer pedal. It's based on the AMZ germanium buffer with a few changes. I didn't end up actually using a germanium transistor though. The reason being is that there's really only one germanium transistor that you can use for this circuit, and that's a high gain leaky germanium. Firstly, I didn't end up having any leaky germaniums. As I mentioned in the last video, the Russian germaniums that I used are actually quite low leakage. And the second one is that it has to be high gain as well, because otherwise when you engage the circuit, the volume is dropped, and it's difficult to tell if the pedal's actually making a difference to the high end, because when you switch it on, the volume drops, so you can't sort of hear it. So it's almost no point even having a switch on the front, because it just makes it too difficult to compare. So I ended up going with just a silicon 2N3906 PNP transistor instead, which are high gain, and then it pretty much negates that volume drop. So I fit this one into a 1590A. In fact, if you're thinking about doing a build with a 1590A, it pretty much can't get easier than a buffer, because it doesn't even have a knob. So it might be a good one to start, so you can get used to actually doing them, because they are a bit tricky. I haven't really attempted many of the more in-depth 1590As, because it's they're very tight. You need to plan things to the millimeter pretty much. I put the Super Mario mushroom on the front because I sort of envision a buffer as being a increase in the frequencies that come through, and as Super Mario picks up the mushroom, he gets bigger. So I just thought that it was kind of appropriate. And also the other 1590A that I've got is the one knob fuzz, which I've shown in some other videos, and that's the piranha plant from Mario Brothers. So I've kind of got this Mario Brothers theme going, but that's the reason why I've got the mushroom on the front anyway. So I'll just open it up now and show you what's inside. So that's the inside of the pedal. There's not a huge amount to tell about this one, just some of the hardware I've used: the Switchcraft jacks. I used the white DC jack. You can get them on eBay. I bought 20 of them a while back, and they look good with the white box, I reckon. And on the front as well, I used a 3mm LED. I think I used a 5mm for that, the one with the piranha plant on the front. But there's not really much point, I don't think. Just use a little LED to save room, and you can see you can fit it next to the switch too. It fits in there pretty easily. So that's pretty much it. This is actually the first buffer that I've built, and I haven't really used one before, and I've found that it's a bit of a question mark as to what it will actually do. If you're using it and it's not having an effect on your signal chain, you will wonder why you bothered with it. If you're using it and it is having an effect on your signal chain, you'll wonder how you pretty much live without it, because with some particular setups it can just make a huge difference. It's just a whole hidden top end that you just never knew was there starts to come through. And I'll show you some of the uses that I've found with the buffer in various situations in the next video, which will be the pedal demo. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.